With a 500,000 residents, Himeji is the second largest city of the Hyogo. It can be reached in less than an hour from Osaka and is also a popular stopover on journeys along the Sanyo Shinkansen. Himeji is a beautiful city located in the Hyogo Prefecture, Japan, best known for its iconic Himeji Castle, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and one of the most spectacular surviving examples of traditional Japanese castle architecture. Himeji Castle is widely considered to be Japan's best and most beautiful surviving feudal castle. The castle is designated both as a national treasure and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Kokoen is a large Japanese garden located right next to Himeji Castle. It consists of 9 separate walled gardens designed in various styles of Edo period. The gardens were opened in 1992 to commemorate the centenary of Himeji City and are built on the former site of the residence of Himeji Castle's lord. In this vlog, I'll be exploring the Himeji Castle and the Kokoen Gardens. The JR Kobe line is the collective name given to the 2 railway lines operated by JR West that connects Osaka Station to Kobe Station and Kobe Station to Himeji Station. The eastern section from Kobe to Osaka is actually part of the Tokaido Main Line because the Tokaido Main Line also includes the JR Kyoto line, which runs from Osaka to Kyoto. Many through services run on both JR Kobe and JR Kyoto lines. In particular, special rapid service trains on this line are through services that provide a fast and convenient link between the major cities of Kyoto, Osaka, Kobe, and Himeji. The western section of JR Kobe line between Kobe and Himeji is officially part of the Sanyo Main Line, and some through services also continue beyond Himeji to destinations farther west. There are 25 stations between Kobe Sanamio and Himeji. Key destinations include Matamachi Station, Kobe Station, Suma, Maiko, Akashi, and Himeji Station. Himeji Station is a major interchange railway station located in the city of Himeji, operated by JR West. Himeji is a major stop on the Sanyo Main Line and the Sanyo Shinkansen, and is the western end of the JR Kobe line. The station building is located close to the Sanyo Electric Railway Himeji Station and Himeji Castle. The station serves lines such as the JR lines of the Tokaido Sanyo Shinkansen, the JR Kobe line, JR Bantan line, and the JR Kishin line. Getting from Himeji Station to Himeji Castle is easy, as the castle is visible from the station and is located just 1 kilometer away. Himeji Castle is 1 kilometer down Itamadori Street from the north exit of Himeji Station. It can be reached in a 15 to 20 minute walk or a 5-minute bus ride from the station. Itamadori is the main avenue in Himeji City that connects Himeji Station to the iconic Himeji Castle. It's a picturesque and bustling street offering a pleasant 15-minute walk directly to the castle while showcasing the city's charm. As you walk along Itamadori, you'll have a clear and majestic view of Himeji Castle at the end of the street. The avenue is wide and well maintained, making it ideal for photo taking, especially during cherry blossom season. The street is lined with a variety of stores, including souvenir shops selling local crafts, snacks, and specialty goods like Himeji Aden, condiments, or sake. Cafes, perfect for quick coffee or dessert stops, and boutiques and department stores, great for shopping enthusiasts. Look out for public art installations and occasional outdoor exhibitions or events along the avenue. During festivals, cherry blossom seasons, or holidays, Itamadori is beautifully decorated with lights and banners, enhancing the atmosphere. One of the best preserved and most architecturally demonstrative, Himeji's 400-year-old castle is so exquisite that it alone is worth a trip to the city. The castle is close to the train station, so it makes it an ideal short stop on a day trip to several sites, including Kokoen Garden. Use my link to build a trip to Himeji with AI using TripAdvisor. Himeji Castle is a castle located in Himeji City, Hyogo Prefecture, Japan. It is also known as Egret Castle due to its white exterior walls. Together with Kumamoto Castle and Matsumoto Castle, they are the three most famous castles in Japan. Due to its high degree of preservation, it's known as the #1 castle in Japan and the first national treasure castle in Japan, and is registered as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Use my link to plan your trip to Himeji Castle using trip.com. Himeji Castle dates back over 600 years, chosen as a strategic defensive position to the west of Kyoto. The first set of fortifications was built sometime in the 1400s. The present castle complex was completed in 1609 under the supervision of Daimyo Lord Ikeda Terumasa, and is made up of over 80 buildings connected by a series of labyrinth-like winding paths. "74 structures within the castle site, including a tower and gate, are designated an important cultural asset of Japan. A notable aspect of Himeji Castle is the thick coating of white plaster on its surface, giving an excellent resistance to fire and bullets, as well as its beautiful appearance. Visitors can explore the interior of the main keep, which offers exhibits of the castle's history and stunning views of the surrounding city. The castle grounds are popular for cherry blossom viewing in the spring, attracting thousands of visitors during that season. Through the Hishi Gate is the paid portion of the castle. After buying a ticket from a booth near the gate, visitors can enter the narrow lanes of the inner castle and walk up to the 6-story main keep. Buy combo tickets for both the Himeji Castle and Kokoen Garden for just 50 yen more. Himeji Castle, also known as Shirasagi-jo or White Heron Castle, due to its brilliant white exterior, is one of Japan's most famous and well-preserved historic sites. Located in Himeji City in Hyogo Prefecture, the castle is considered a masterpiece of Japanese feudal architecture and a symbol of Japan's cultural heritage. Himeji Castle was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993, one of the first sites in Japan to receive this recognition. It's also a national treasure of Japan, along with Matsumoto Castle and Kumamoto Castle. Himeji Castle is considered one of Japan's 3 premier castles. The Itamon Gate is the main gate into Himeji Castle and allows access to the admission-free part of the castle, which is the tertiary outer bailey known as San no Mura. This part of the castle has a wide lawn with a number of cherry trees and is popular in the spring for cherry blossom picnics. The labyrinth-like approach from there to the main keep leads along walled paths and through the multiple gates and baileys with the purpose to slow down and expose attacking forces. At the heart of the complex stands a main keep, a 6-story wooden structure. It is one of the only handful castle keeps in Japan that features wing buildings, adding complexity to its appearance. The castle complex features a central keep surrounded by smaller towers, all interconnected by a series of gates, walls, and moats. Its design includes ingenious defense mechanisms such as a maze-like pathway, steep walls, and narrow gates to thwart invaders. The castle survived wars, natural disasters, and modernization, standing to a testament of Japan's historical resilience. It represents the pinnacle of Japanese castle architecture, blending practicality with beauty. The castle is regarded as the finest surviving example of prototypical Japanese castle architecture, comprising a network of 83 rooms with advanced defense systems from feudal period. The castle's complicated structure, particularly the 3 tall watchtowers connected by columns and winding maze-like passages, function well as a fortress, halting the invasion of enemies and throwing them into confusion. The design is intended to prevent access to the tallest watchtower and castle keep, and is situated at the heart of the castle. Be warned though that going there without a map means that you will get lost. Himeji Castle was significantly remodeled in 1581 by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who added a 3-story castle keep. In 1600, Tokugawa Ieyasu awarded the castle to Ikeda Teramasa for his help with the Battle of Sekigahara, and Ikeda completely rebuilt the castle from 1601 to 1609, expanding it into a large castle complex. Several buildings were later added to the castle complex by Honda Tadamasa from 1617 to 1618. Spot the remains of gate mechanisms for dropping stones on any enemy that manages to make it close to the castle. If an enemy did manage to enter, he would find himself in an extremely narrow passageway trapped in the space. There are numerous holes in the castle wall to shoot from, and there are windows from which to drop gigantic stones on potential enemies. There is a kitchen in the inner court just in case the castle fell under siege or an attempt was made to starve out the occupants. Over the centuries, those who controlled Himeji Castle changed and include history makers like those belonging to the Tokugawa clan. Starting in the Meiji Restoration around 1868 to 1889, Himeji's military and political role came to close, but the castle was saved for preservation. Visitors enter the main keep through an entrance in the lower floor of the building and climb upwards via a series of steep, narrow staircases. Each level gets progressively smaller as you ascend. The floors are generally unfurbished and display a few multilingual signs explaining architectural features such as portholes, rock chutes, and concealed spaces, as well as renovation efforts made over the years to preserve the structure. Himeji Castle's grounds are sprawling and filled with so much to see in the structure, so it can be easy to miss certain parts of the castle. In order to not feel overwhelmed, it can help to focus on certain aspects during your visit. It can help you get the most out of your time. The topmost floor houses a small shrine and lets visitors peer out in all directions. Down over the roofs, the maze-like defenses, and out across the city of Himeji. You can also admire an up-close view of the fish-shaped roof ornaments that are believed to protect from fire. It is possible to climb the keep to the top floor, although do be warned the floors get progressively smaller as you ascend and are sparsely furnished. Aside from a few signs explaining the most important architectural and defensive features of the castle. On the top floor of the castle is a small shrine and viewpoints that allow visitors to look over Himeji Castle and outwards to the city. Within the paid area of the castle, it is possible to visit the West Bailey, which has great views of the main keep. One recommendation for visitors is to venture to the main keep. Getting to the top requires a journey up steep stairs and dealing with low ceilings, but the climb is certainly worth the muscle ache. The view from the top of the keep is breathtaking, and although the scenery today is drastically different than that of the Edo period, it is fascinating to imagine what the soldiers and guards used to see when watching the keep, when keeping watch. From the top, you will also be able to see Himeji Castle's roofing and ornamentation up close, like the Sachakoku. After exiting the keep, visitors can make their way back to the entrance gate. Before leaving the paid grounds though, they have the option of exploring an additional bailey, the West Bailey, which served as the residence of a princess and provides views of the main keep from a different perspective. It's a long building with an enclosed corridor and multiple unfurbished rooms along the bailey's walls and can be entered by paid customers. Another must visit is the Western Bailey. The Western Bailey is just west of the main keep and is included in the castle admission. However, it requires walking up a different path after the entrance, so it can be easy to miss for first-time visitors. This part of the castle was used exclusively for female-only living quarters in peacetime and was home to the famous Princess Sen during the Edo period. There are exhibits inside the historic artifacts and replicas that hint at what life was like on castle grounds during feudal Japan for the ladies. Himeji Castle, as I mentioned before, is a popular spot for cherry blossom viewing during the short and crowded blossom season, which usually falls in early April. On busy days, such as during the Golden Week and summer holidays, visitors may encounter considerable waiting time for entering the interior of the main keep for that reason. The Himeji Castle is a must-visit in Japan as it is the best surviving example of feudal-era Japan architecture and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visit Japan's greatest and only UNESCO World Heritage Castle with an informative, entertaining local guide. Step into the ancient world of samurai, ninjas, princesses, and spies. This tour makes it easy to understand explanations of history, architecture, and defense features. All tours conducted by an experienced local guide with expert knowledge trusted by international travel agencies. Joining this guided tour also allows you to skip the line as well. Use my link to join this guided tour of Himeji Castle using Get Your Guide. Be wowed by the beauty of Himeji Castle, one of the first World Heritage sites in Japan. Join the tour and discover the history and secrets behind the largest and oldest surviving castle in Japan. Commemorate with a photo in front of the stunning castle tower. Let your guide introduce you to some of the hidden charms of the castle. Enjoy the intact beauty of the Himeji Castle, unchanged for 400 years. Learn about the interesting history and trivia of this magnificent castle by joining this guided tour using Get Your Guide. Kokoen is a Japanese garden located next to Himeji Castle. It is made up of 9 separate walled gardens designed in various styles reflective of Edo period architecture. The gardens were opened in 1992 to commemorate the centenary of Himeji City. Kokoen has the majestic and magnificent Himeji Castle as its backdrop. The gardens are built in the style of Edo period, matching the architecture of Himeji Castle, and are complete with Tsuji Bay mud wall with a tiled roof and Yakushiman and Nagayaman gates. Niwa Main Pond Garden, which features a large pond with koi fish and small waterfalls. Chano Niwa Tea Garden, dedicated to tea ceremonies with a tea house where visitors can enjoy matcha. Pine Tree Garden, which showcases meticulously pruned pine trees, and Summer and Winter Gardens, which has seasonal displays of plants and flowers. Kokoen is a relatively recent constructed Japanese-style garden which was built on the former site of the feudal lord's western residence. It consists of 9 separate walled gardens designed in various styles of the Edo period. Among the gardens are the Garden of the Lord's Residence, which features a pond with a waterfall, a tea garden where visitors can enjoy green tea, a pine tree garden, a bamboo garden, and a flower garden. Kokoen was built on the site of the former samurai residences that once surrounded Himeji Castle. The garden spans 3.5 hecta-acres and consists of 9 separate themed gardens, each with a unique style and focus designed to reflect the Edo period aesthetic. The design and supervision of Edo period Kokoen was under supervision of Professor Makoto Nakamura of Kyoto University. Kokoen's 9 different sized gardens are based on the original layout of historical residences and passageways. The garden's passageways are traditional mud walls called tsujubi with roof tiles where you will see beautiful wooden gates like Yashihiki Moon with gate to the Lord's residence and Nagayaman, a traditional style gate with 2 guard rooms. Also, there is Kasu-ken restaurant and Cho-an-sai, the guest room, connected by a covered corridor bridge of traditional design made of Japanese cypress wood. You can visit tea ceremony house called Sojuan, which is a Sukiya-zukuri style structure with a design and construction supervised by Sen Shi-tsu, the 15th Urenseki Grand Tea Master. The various beautiful gardens are connected by flowing streams, waterfalls, and ponds with the Grand UNESCO World Heritage Himeji Castle as a beautiful backdrop to Kokoen, making an elegant view in harmony with Japanese history and nature. The garden is stunning throughout the year with cherry blossoms in the spring, lush greenery in the summer, vibrant foliage in the autumn, and serene snow-covered landscapes in the winter. Nighttime illumination are sometimes held during special events, enhancing the garden's charm. Spring and autumn are particularly beautiful, but the garden offers tranquility year-round. Kokoen is a beautiful traditional Japanese garden located near Himeji Castle in Himeji City. It's a beautiful complement to the grandeur of the castle and is a must-visit spot for those exploring the area. Himeji Castle is famous for its pure white appearance and beautiful architecture. It's a Japanese national treasure and World Cultural Heritage Site. Kokoen is considered one of the most beautiful gardens in Japan and is listed. Arima Hot Spring is one of the oldest and famous hot spring resorts in Japan. Enjoy a comfortable bath in the hot springs and relieve the fatigue of the journey. Use my link to join this day trip of Himeji Castle, Mount Rokko, and Arima Hot Springs on this day trip from Osaka using Klook. Known as the White Heron Castle due to its brilliant white exterior and graceful bird-like appearance. Himeji Castle is considered Japan's most spectacular castle. Its elegance and well-preserved structure make it a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a national treasure of Japan. The castle dates back to the 14th century, with its current structure completed in 1609. It has survived wars, natural disaster, and modernization, serving as a remarkable example of traditional Japanese feudal architecture. Located right next to Himeji Castle is Kokoen, a beautiful and tranquil addition to your visit, offering a contrasting, peaceful retreat after exploring the imposing fortress. The garden consists of 9 meticulously landscaped sections, each showcasing different traditional Japanese-style gardens. These include a tea garden, a pine garden, and a pond garden with koi fish. Himeji Castle and Kokoen Garden are 2 of Japan's most treasured cultural and historical attractions, offering a captivating blend of history, architecture, and natural beauty. In my next vlog, I will be visiting Nara.